All right, good morning, class. We're going to go over chapter 2, 2.1, solving equations. So to solve an equation, we're going to find the variable that makes the equation true. There are many ways to do it. We're going to start very simple. So we're going to just start with one step equations. So our objective for today is we're going to solve equations by adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing. The idea is we're going to want to balance each equation up. So what I do to one side, I need to do to the other side. So we'll start off with an equation like this. We want to balance it up. So we want to solve, we want to know what goes in for B. What number minus 5 would equal 7? If you guys can think about that, that's the best way. Do I plug in 8, 7, 2, 1, negative 8, whatever it may be? What number, if I plugged in for B, would give me 7? That's what we're trying to find. So what we're going to do is I want you to draw a line so we understand we have two sides to the equation. Now we're going to solve for the left-hand side because that has the variable. So we need to get rid of this 5. So we're going to perform the opposite operation. So what's the opposite of subtracting 5? Adding 5. So we add 5 to each side. So these would cancel out. Negative 5 plus 5 cancels, and I'm just left with B. 5 plus 7 is 12. So B would be my answer. 12 minus 7. 12 minus 5 would give me 7. Find the value of A. So you're going to see type of equation like this. So these markings right here saying this side and this side are congruent. So again, those little slash marks saying those sides are equal. They're the same. So we'd set up an equation stating that 11 is equal to 6 plus A. Now we go ahead, draw my line down, and solve. So again, I'm going to look at the right-hand side now because that has my variable. What number, if I added it to 6, would equal 5? So we want to get rid of 6. Okay, we get rid of 6 by subtracting it. So 11 minus 6 is 5. So my answer is 5. 5 plus 6 is 11. Together, you and your puppy weigh 128 pounds. If you weigh 115 pounds, how much does your puppy weigh? We want to write an equation and define the variable. So if we think about you and your puppy. So two people together, we're going to add your weights together, and they should equal 128. So we write it like that. 115 plus P equals 128. What does P stand for? Well, P is the puppy's weight. Now we go ahead, draw your line, okay? So I'm going 115 plus P, so this 115 is positive. The opposite of adding it would be to subtract it. So your weight or the puppy's weight would be 13 pounds. So does 13 plus 115 equal 128? Yes, so we got the right answer. Okay, finishing up with the kind of last two. We want to solve. Again, we draw my line. I'm only looking at the left-hand side. So if I look at T divided by 6, the opposite of dividing by 6 is multiplying by 6. So we multiply each side by 6. So we have a negative times a positive. So in the end, I will have a negative. And now we go ahead and multiply, which would give me 55.8. So T equals 55.8. Negative 55.8 should be there. Now we have 2/5 times y equals negative 10. So we could divide, so that right now we're multiplying by 2/5, so we could divide by 2/5 or multiply by the reciprocal, 5 over 2. So draw your line. We got to get rid of 2/5 by multiplying by the reciprocal, 5 over 2, 5 over 2. So 5 over 2, so we go 5 times negative 10 would be negative 50. 2 times 1 is 2. Negative 50 divided by 2 would be negative 25. So that's a process by which we go ahead and we solve. We're going to do the opposite. If we divide, then the opposite of dividing is multiplying. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. Opposite of adding is subtracting, and we can go back and forth. So that's, we go through here, last few. So we come here, draw my line. Negative 6 times m, the opposite of multiplying, would be dividing. Make sure we include a negative, so a positive divided by negative will be a negative. 42 divided by 6 is 7. So that's our lesson for today. Make sure you have all those examples written down. You're ready to go for tomorrow.